Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington football team. Time for a much-needed and much-welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. And that lands in the end zone, so the opening drive will begin at the 25. Sanders has the first down and much more as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
23 yards.
So one play and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
7-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. 20! And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing, but to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On the counter now, it's Sanders. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Miles Sanders, the ball carrier. He was brought down by Nigel Bradham. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Throwing is Tagovailoa on third down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, they moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
They keep it with Henry on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2nd and 8 coming up.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson.
Complete.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball is snapped, and they're there, and they end up making the play.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into first downs and hopefully points.
6-0 our score after 1.
With this Washington 6, Eagles nothing.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now Tannehill. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Intercepted.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge. 2nd and 16.
6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Myles Jack. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 38 yards. And Washington going to add on to their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard
line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. It was Eric Reed in on the stop.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And there's the first NFL catch for Henry Ruggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
Eagles.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He's tackled.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Second down.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A shotgun handoff to Henry. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
10 at the 41-yard line.
Tannehill on 1st down. Going deep here for Watkins. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
It's now second.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Tannehill going to take a shot for Gallup. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marginal yardage against them.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11 now. Back to throw, Tannehill. And is caught inside the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 3-yard touchdown run. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the 1st half. From the gun, it's Tua. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and the half will begin with a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly, and this one could be coming back. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. After the run, Tannehill going to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. But pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
6 at the 33-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Tua. This one caught by Ridley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Tua now on first down. That is caught inside the 5. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles get a score closer. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Tavecchio. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Now it's Henry. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
And behind the chains, 2nd and 13. To throw is Tannehill. Flushed out right. He completes it to Henry. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Washington going to send out their punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 28-yard line.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9.
Devin McCourty on the tackle. A 9-yard gain on the play. And
this offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
It's a gain of 20.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it, and his pass incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
Incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 17-yard line.
Eagle 1st down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Looking to pass. Tua. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll run at Sanders, and that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Tua. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. It's a foot race. The 40. The 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Touchdown, Washington. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Washington 28, Eagles 7. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
40 on the tackle.
31 yards there and a 1st down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Sanders. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Washington. Derrick Henry. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And Washington is able to stretch their lead. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well because you and I both know Protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
And two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Is a turnover on down.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So it's Washington getting the victory here. And, partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football, where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for Washington, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they go down to defeat here in the